feel if you have a car, as you enter the car, you want to drive this car, you are turning the steering to come to church, and the car is taking you to Kano State or to Abuja. It will become frustrated. If there is anything you can do to bring the car, that is why you see what we are doing now in our life. That is why a lot of things are happening the way they are happening, because people are no longer living by the will of the Father. You hear people promising God, Lord, the will of the Father I will do. If only you can do this to me, I promise you I will serve you. God is looking at you, watching you, because you know what is in your heart. Have you heard people saying, making promises? I often say it sometimes, especially when we are sick. Lord, if you can save me out of this sickness, I will serve you. But sir, 1 month is too far for that person to be consistent with what he has said. And God is watching you in heaven, shaking his hand. God, if you can bless me with this, I promise I will serve you. If you can give me a child. And let me tell you, whatsoever God is giving you, if it's not going to align with his plan, he is not happy about you. And sometimes we use God. Let me tell you what one of the painful things is, that sometimes, most of the time, we behave as we are using God. Hannah in the Bible, she was barren and she was seeking for a child. Why? Not to fulfill the will of the Father, but because she wanted to prove to the other wife that she also can give birth. And God was watching her in heaven. If it is that is your reason, most of us sometimes, can I speak to people this morning? Are we together? Why do we even need money? Some of us here is because somebody have hurt you and you want to show him. So you say, God bless me. If you bless me, so that my enemy, there is a prayer we pray, Lord bless me that my enemy will see. We are looking for blessings of God to show our enemy, not to glorify God, not the will of our Father. And such prayer within God we answer. Some of us will be passing through, at the very day God gives you a car. That is when you know how to pass. When people are sitting down, you slow down with the car. You wind down. Hello, how are you? You want to prove to people that you have arrived. That is why you are looking for a car. You see, that is not the will of the Father. A lot of us, we want to pay to people, or we want to answer some question because somebody mock you. You will never want. There are pastors that become ministers because one day they have problem with one pastor. They say, today me too, I'll become a pastor. Let me show them I can also do it. And you think the glory of God can show forth in that place. The will of the Father. The will of the Father. The will of the Father. Do you know, even dressing, sometimes now we can dress because we want to show to people. We don't dress because we want to prove that God is alive. No. Last week Sunday, this is it. Last week Sunday, I want to prove to them that also I have arrived. I have gotten money. We are far from doing the will of the Father. And I want to speak, like I said, to little people that can dive into the will of God this morning. God is watching you. Every of your prayer, God is watching you. Why are you even praying? I want to marry her. It's because this lady has insulted me that I don't have. Sometimes, do you see that people, one of my mentors was speaking, says there are ladies, sometimes you see them. What they will do, they will carry engagement ring and put it in their hands. And they have not engaged. Because yesterday your sister came to you and shared with you, my boyfriend has engaged me. So tomorrow you just go and buy a ring and put it in your hands. You also want to show it. And you don't know what you are doing to yourself. No, knowing that one settled young guy is there watching you. He wants to toss you, but because there is an engagement ring he gives you, you are killing your destiny. Anything you do to prove to people that you are hurting yourself. If you are not aligning with the will of the Father. You have money that you are supposed to do some certain things, but because yesterday someone mocked you, you want to prove to him that also you have the money. How many people are truly aligning with the will of the Father? That's what brought envy. That's what brought backbiting and hatred. Ministers now, Is it the only one that God is using? Jealousy will come. Oh, they began to copy some certain thing, all manner of things. They will copy it to bring it to their ministry. Do you know the reason? They want to also prove to people that they have arrived. They are not aligning with the will of the Father. But Jesus in this place, he understands that the only thing he has born, he's living for is doing the will of the Father. Can you talk about our finance? You know, this time around, don't get me wrong. I know why sometimes I put this issue of finance. I know what I'm doing to you is because there is an anger inside of me living a life in poverty. And some of the things, if you want people to be out of poverty, you must teach them how to deal with their finance. If not, I am telling you, it's not life. You will be in one place. Someone will call you and just send 10,000 naira to you free of charge. And you have no tithe inside. There is nothing that has to do with God. Somebody dash you 100,000 naira to give 10,000 to God, it becomes an issue for you. And you are telling God, if you can bless me, I will serve you. And he has blessed you, even tithe is not there. And God is watching you at heaven, looking at you. We are speaking with someone. He told me something. You know, there are people that when you discuss with them, you understand where they are in the realm of the spirit. He says, "Sir, let me tell you something. I'm telling you all this thing, but if God say this, I have no choice." This is people that understand the mystery of serving God. Serving God is not just doing what you want. Serving God is that when you understand God is that whatsoever you do, you are waiting for his saying, not your own saying. Why are you even praying? Why are you even praying? Why are you praying? Why are you praying? Why are you coming to church? Why are you a Christian? That is the question you should even ask. Why? Is it to do the will of the Father? Why are you in school? Give me James. Book of James chapter 4 verse 3. Why are you going to work? See, let me tell you the truth, church. You are going to work not to even feed your family, not to only do all those things. They are part of the will of the Father, but that is it. I want to tell you, all you need to know is to fulfill the will of the Father. So what is the will of the Father? If your life is to do the will of the Father, you see, you can't sin. You can't commit sin. Because God is watching you in heaven. Immediately you commit sin, you know you are out of the will of the Father. The number one of doing the will of the Father is man that wants to live a righteous life. We live all manner, Holy Ghost help me. We live all manner of life with this our body that belongs to God. Often I used to say it, that can be taken at any time, at any moment. Why must I live life outside God? Knowing that this God is the owner of this life. When you are committing that fornication, don't you know that God can take you at that time? Don't you think that you are against his will?